What's up, guys? It's Nick here. So how are you guys doing today? Good? Awesome. Today, you better stay tuned because we're going to be talking about budgets. What they are, how they are, who they are, why they are, and why you need one today. Today, we're going to be talking about budgeting and why budgeting is so important for your success. So a lot of people's argument against having a budget is, oh, I make a lot of money. I don't need to track where every single dollar is going. But let me tell you, I know a lot of doctors and a lot of lawyers as well that make a ton of money, a lot more than I do, and still live paycheck to paycheck, just because they simply do not know where their money's going. So what's the first step to making a budget? The first step to making a budget is just looking at your bank account and seeing what you spend each month and knowing where your money's going. Because a lot of the time, your money's going places you don't even realize. So you know what, guys? Get a little warm in here. Let's go for a walk. You know the best time to start your budget? It's yesterday. You know the second best time to start your budget? Right now. So why is starting a budget when you're young so important? It's because money now is worth a lot more than money later. Why? Compound interest, the way it works is that you put money away now, you wait, and the time multiplies it. Something I've noticed with budgets is that when people get a pay raise or change jobs and start making more, their budget often doesn't change. The amount they're saving does not change. And this is what I like to call lifestyle creep. So what exactly is lifestyle creep? Why do I hate it so much? And why does it happen so often? That's a great question. So let's answer that right now. Lifestyle creep is when you get a slight pay raise or even a big pay raise and you don't start saving the money, but you just go off and spend it. You try to reward yourself. You say, oh, I got a $10,000 pay raise, so I'm gonna go out and buy a new car. And I've seen people who make $150,000 saving the same amount as people who make $40,000. And what does this do to? Lifestyle creep. So this is what you need to avoid in order to save more so that you can invest more. And what's the number one way, in my opinion, to avoid lifestyle creep? It's simply to have a budget. One thing that a lot of wealthy people do that broke people do not do is they're intentional with their money. So what do I mean, be intentional with your money? We've talked about this before and we'll talk about it a lot more in future videos. But what I mean is basically know where every dollar is going. Track it and know where it goes so that you don't start spending money that you think you have that you could be putting into investments. So I hope this video is giving you a little more insight as to why I think a budget is so important, and honestly I think it's one of the number one things that people can do to start making more money just by paying themselves first and being aware and attentive with your money and what you're doing with it. Because a budget really is one of the number one tools you have in your arsenal to start saving your money. And the budget is the number one thing I recommend people start when they ask, what do I do? I'm broke. I don't have any money. It's not go out and find a better job. It's to start tracking what you already have. Take control of what you can, and that starts at home with your budget. So guys, I'm gonna link one of the first budgets I ever made, one of the first spreadsheet budgets I ever made in the description below. So check that out. I wouldn't recommend using that directly as your own because everyone's expenses are different. Everyone's lifestyle is different. I would say use it as a template, but change it up to match your lifestyle. And yeah, the first few months is actually the hardest part of the budget. It takes a lot of time to get used to it, and it takes a lot of learning. There's a learning curve to having a budget. Now, what do I mean when I say this? So the learning curve when having a budget is, yeah, the first few months, you don't know really how much you spend on food, how much you spend on groceries, how much you spend on all those little things. So the budget's really a living document. It's gonna evolve and it's going to change over time. You're probably putting on the budget what you'd like to spend, but honestly, it's probably gonna be a little higher than that. But that's okay, guys. What I'm here to tell you is just start a budget. Even if it's wrong the first few months, that's fine. You'll start to get in the groove, and then once you do that, it'll be smooth sailing from there on out. And like I think I mentioned earlier, but I just want to mention it again because it's super important, guys. A budget isn't meant to restrict you. It's meant to just show you what you have so that you can actually keep track of what you have. It's not a restriction. It's not saying, no, you can't do this thing. No, you can't enjoy life. It's saying, this is the money I am allotting to this certain aspect of my life so that I can enjoy it to the highest degree. The first few months, the budget's gonna seem strange and you're not gonna like it. It's gonna seem like chains and shackles holding you down, stopping you from getting what you actually want to do. But soon enough, you'll find that it's actually freeing. It's a freedom. It is a freedom, guys. It will show you how to put your money into things you actually care about instead of just mindlessly throwing away your money. And that's really one of the most freeing experiences you can have in this whole journey of financial freedom, is realizing that you don't need to spend money on all this consumerism type stuff that doesn't make sense, that doesn't make you happy. Okay guys, I could go on about budgets for a long time, so I'm just gonna call it right here. I'm just gonna end it right here. We will talk about it a lot more on this channel along with other things, but I've got a lot of other things I want to talk about. So for today, for this video, that's budgets. Budget, 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 budget. What is a budget? A budget? Budget. The more you say the word budget, the weirder it starts to sound. Is it French? Who knows? I don't. So